I am not where I thought I would be at the ripe age of 30. So cheers to me starting over at 30.
Just let the pedicure go. She's fly effortlessly.
Hey y'all, welcome to my new series starting over at 30. I've been putting off this series for a while due to many reasons. Me always want everything to be perfect. Either it's my hair, it's the lighting, it's the setting, it's the makeup, whatever. We're not doing it. We're starting today. I want everything to just be natural, transparent, and cheers to me starting the thing. In my cup. And we're cheersing with water because when you also turn 30, your body don't bounce back like it used to. Okay, let's get into it. I want this series as well as this channel to be your comfort space. As someone who loves watching girlfriends every night before bed and restarting insecure at every little inconvenience, I believe it's so important to have a go-to when things just don't make sense. This series is my go-to, a place where we can be honest about where we are and hopeful about where we're going because this is only just a phase. So just a little introduction about myself. I'm a girl from Cleveland, Ohio. I moved to Atlanta about 12 years ago when I decided to attend the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. So when I decided to go to college, I honestly didn't care about the degree. I just wanted the experience. And believe me, a time was had. I always knew that I didn't necessarily need a degree for the life that I wanted. I just knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I just didn't know how I was going to get there and what that looked like yet. But I knew I was interested in fashion. I knew I wanted to have my own business, and I just knew I wanted to eventually become a great wife, a loving mother, and live in a beautiful city and have that dream life. But I didn't know what path would take me there. So after college, I started a streetwear brand, and it honestly wasn't me. So I took a step back, and around this time, I was also working in nightlife. I was making good money for my age. I felt like I had it all at that time. The money, the fun job, the friends, my own place in the city. It just felt like I was on my way, but deep down, I still didn't know how I was going to get the life that I wanted. So then I decided to get my real estate license. I thought, okay, this is it. This is what's going to change my life. But things didn't always work out the way I imagined them to. They didn't always go as planned. During this time, I still had a desire to create something of my own. So as someone who's always been active, I decided, okay, maybe I should rebrand my streetwear into an active wear brand. And I told myself, if I don't really enjoy real estate as much, I can still use that income to fund the business that I know in my heart is what I wanted, which was to build a business of my own one day, and of course with hopes of it being successful. So eventually the funds started to run low, and I found myself back at square one. So I decided to keep working in nightlife because it was comfortable, but it started to drain me mentally, physically, spiritually, and I just realized I cannot keep doing this. I was getting older and I just wanted an out, but I just didn't know how. I could have either stayed where I was comfortable but I wasn't fulfilled, or I could take that risk and pray that that was the risk that I needed to take to get to where I wanted to go. So around this time last year, I quit. At the age of 29, I refused to go into 30 with a job that no longer served me. So I thought, okay, I'll just get a regular 9 to 5, something steady while I figure things out. But months went by, I applied to hundreds of jobs with barely any interviews. And then I'm watching my money slowly disappear. So now I'm starting to panic. I'm wondering if I had made a mistake by quitting my job too soon. I felt like if I had stayed, I'd be okay. But deep down, I knew I wouldn't be comfortable. I would be anxious all the time, which is where a lot of my anxiety stems from to this day. So I just knew I couldn't go back. To make things harder, 2 of my closest friends moved away, and they were my family away from my family. And without them, I felt even more alone. I felt like I had no family, no relationship, no stability, just me. Alexa, play I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston.
I have nothing, nothing, nothing.
I kept my faith because I know God makes no mistakes. But I'd be lying if I said it's been easy. It's been one of the hardest years of my adult life, and even now I still question my decision. But maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. Maybe this is the journey, this is a part of the path, this is a part of what I've been praying for. They say there's no, what they say? Without a testimony, without a test, there is no testimony. And I feel like this is my testimony. So I said all of that to say, taking risks is scary. Starting over is scarier. But staying stuck has to be the scariest. So I just decided to start my life over, and I wanted to take you along with me in hopes that if you're dealing with something similar, we can figure it out together. Hold my hand. Let's go through this together. So, cheers to starting over at 30. See you in the next episode. Bye.